Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So the biggest topic in the financial market today is the fact that the Fed has maintained the same interest rate, insisting that there are no signs of stagflation in the economy. Also, this month of May is not looking good for some individuals, as the Tesla boss Elon Musk has recently fired the team in charge of running the electric vehicle charging business. And if you think things can get even more worse, just like the case of Sam Bankman-Fried FTX scandal, a similar incident had just occurred, and this time around is with the Binance CEO, Changpeng Zhao. I'm not sure if I pronounced that incorrectly. But anyways, he has recently been sentenced to 4 months in prison after pleading guilty to the account of money laundering, and to which the company had agreed to pay the sum of $4.3 billion to settle the case and stop any further investigation into the case. The reasonable question will be, where is such amount of money coming from? $4.3 billion. Even though I'm very much aware that the young man has over $33 billion attached to his net worth. But of course, where will the company raise such amount of money, $4.3 billion, to settle the case? So this is the area we'll be discussing more about in today's video. And with that in place, grab a cup of coffee and let's dive right into the video.
Former chief executive of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance, was sentenced on Tuesday to 4 months in prison after pleading guilty to violating U.S. anti-money laundering laws. Changpeng Zhao, known as CZ, was once considered the most powerful figure in the industry. He's now the second major crypto boss to be sent to prison after FTX's Sam Bankman-Fried, who's appealing his own 25-year prison term. In a Seattle courtroom, Zhao told the federal judge before his sentencing that he was sorry, and that, quote, "I failed to implement an adequate anti-money laundering program. I realize now the seriousness of that mistake."
Yeah, the CEO of Binance was sentenced to 4 months in prison on account of money laundering by the U.S. District Court in Washington on April 30th, following the CEO's plea that he was guilty of the allegation. Maybe his acceptance of the charges levied on him and his willingness to cooperate with the law enforcement. That might be the reason why his sentence was lenient compared to the case of Sam Bankman-Fried, because both individuals were involved in similar crime, which is money laundering. Don't forget that Binance had a similar situation with the Nigerian government, which led to the arrest of 2 of its officials and the ban of the platform in Nigeria on almost the same count charges that the US government gave to the platform. How closely the interval of these 2 events occurs is just mind-blowing and something not to joke about. Okay, so the fine levied by the US government on the CEO was $4.3 billion, and to which he had agreed to pay the sum of $50 million. But from a different standpoint of view, don't you feel that the 4-month sentence given to him was too small for a case of money laundering? I know different states have different penalties when it concerns money laundering, but all the same, an accused can face 10 to 12 years of imprisonment and a fine of $500,000. Or double of the amount being laundered. But in the case of Binance CEO, if you had to double the amount, which is $50 million he had agreed to pay, the value he ought to pay is supposed to be $100 million. But in most cases, an additional penalty may be given if the money laundering was part of an ongoing criminal enterprise or used to finance a terrorist organization. Like I've earlier pointed out, if you can remember vividly, 2 of the biggest crypto money laundering cases in the recent time had been the case of Sam Bankman-Fried and Farouk Fati. All of these cases were all crypto investment scams. And if you have to compare the sentences, it is more severe than the case of Binance CEO. Okay, so Sam Bankman-Fried was the CEO of FTX, which was a leading crypto exchange platform back in 2015. But following some allegations that the CEO had embezzled and misused customers' funds to finance Alameda Research, which is a sister company of FTX, run by the FTX CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried. So this revelation led to a high percentage of the customers withdrawing their money from the platform. But when FTX didn't have enough money to complete the customers' transactions, the company went into bankruptcy. So in November 2022, Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested and tried. And with 7 different count charges of fraud and money laundering, Sam Bankman-Fried was sentenced to 25 years imprisonment. Similar incident also occurred with Todes, which was a leading crypto exchange platform in Turkey. Todes was founded in 2017 and quickly rose to be one of the largest crypto exchange for cryptocurrencies and NFTs. But however, in April 2021, the platform suddenly collapsed, and with many of investors' assets on the platform just disappeared. And Farouk, being the CEO, went into hiding. But however, last year he was arrested in Albania and brought back to Turkey. He was tried and found guilty and was sentenced to 11,196 years in prison. It is normal for such long-term sentences in Turkey ever since the death penalty had been revoked in Turkey. Also, this number of years was used to serve as a warning for others that may decide to follow his footprints. While the sentence of the Binance CEO was lenient compared to the other two, one thing that the US government is trying to do is to ensure that transactions within this platform is well monitored and regulated. Unlike the traditional bank where every transaction can easily be traced. On the other hand, crypto exchanges are not controlled by any central authority. Instead, they rely heavily on a distributed network of computers to validate transactions and maintain a record of them. And with this, I'm wrapping up with this session. If you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, you can drop your comment on the comment section. And also subscribe to my channel. And until next time.